Students, in this video I am going to start geometric programming problem. So what is a geometric programming problem? We will discuss in this topic and how to solve that type of problem. But before that, very important definition, which is polynomial. What is a polynomial? So in some engineering problems, objective function f of x is given by this form. F of x is equal to u1 plus u2 plus un, where uj, a general term, somewhere we have a uj plus uj here. So this general term uj is given by cj, x1 raised to the power a1j, x2 raised to the power a2j, and xn raised to the power anj. They are in product. So cj x1 into x1 raised to the power a1j, x2 a raised to the power 2j, xn raised to the power anj. Here this last index j, this represents this j. Fine. So where cj are positive constants, aij are positive 0 or negative real constants, and the design parameters x1, x2, xn are taken to be positive variables. So this is called a polynomial. Fine. Let's say example. Example is this: f is x1, x2, x3, which is given by x1, x2, x3 product plus x1 divided by x2, x3 plus 3x3 divided by x1, x2. So this first term is denoted by u1, the second term is denoted by u2, and the third term is denoted by u3. So where u1 is x1, x2, x3, this of this form, u2 is second term x1 divided by x2, 3, that means x1 into x2 raised to the power minus 1, x3 raised to the power minus 1, this is u2, that means this term, and the third term is 3x3 divided by x1, x2. So this is can be written as 3x1 raised to the power minus 1, x2 raised to the power minus 1, and x3. So this is polynomial. This is a polynomial. Fine. Now, what is geometric programming? Geometric programming was developed by R.J. Duffin, C. Jenner, and E.L. Peterson for solving the class of optimization problems involving polynomials. So whenever polynomials are involved, that means this type of problem, polynomials are involved either in objective function or in constraint, then that type of programming problem is known as geometric programming problem. It is a very efficient technique for certain highly nonlinear and non-convex problems. The technique is based on arithmetic mean geometric mean inequality and therefore called geometric programming. If you will see, they are in product form. So generally if you will see geometric mean, that is also in the product form. So that's why this is called the geometric programming. Fine, because this is based on arithmetic mean geometric mean inequality. Fine, let's see what is arithmetic mean geometric mean inequality. What is this? So here arithmetic geometric mean inequality. So what is this? Let u1, u2, un be any n, capital N, non-negative numbers. So they are non-negative numbers. And suppose delta 1, delta 2, delta n be such that delta I is greater than 0, that means positive numbers, where I is 1 to capital N, and satisfying this condition, delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta n is equal to 1. Then we know that arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. We know this. So what is the arithmetic mean of these two pairs? Pairwise, if you will see, we have delta 1 u1 plus delta 2 u2 plus delta n capital N divided by delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta n. This is nothing but the arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to their geometric mean, u1 raised to the power delta 1, u2 raised to the power delta 2, un raised to the power delta n, and then take the whole power as 1 upon delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta n. Fine. So this is the geometric mean of these numbers and this is the arithmetic mean of these numbers. But we know that the sum of these numbers delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta n is 1. So you can replace this denominator by 1. Similarly, this power 1 by delta 1 plus this is also 1. So what we have? We will have only this delta 1 u1 plus delta 2 u2 plus delta n un is greater than equal to u1 raised to the power delta 1, u2 raised to the power delta 2 and un raised to the power delta n. So here this is written here. This is written here. So this is the product u1 delta 1 u2 delta 2 in summation form, and this is the product u1 raised to the power delta 1 u2 raised to the power delta 2 and un raised to the power delta n in product form. This is product, this is summation. This is the notation of product. Fine. Now suppose you are assuming this delta I small ui as capital Ui. This is small, this is capital. Then one can be written as, so in place of this we are writing capital Ui is greater than equal to, now small ui can be written as, ui को हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, capital Ui divided by delta I. So u1 raised to the u1 by delta 1 raised to the power delta 1, u2 by delta 2 raised to the power delta 2 and un by delta n raised to the power delta n. Fine. So इसकी जगह हमने ये रख दिया. We have opened this. हमने इसको open कर दिया तो ये बनेगा. Fine. So this is equation number 2. Now if we take delta I is equal to say 1 by n, यानी हमने इस 1 को this is equally distributed. अगर हम इस 1 को equally distribute कर दें in n number of quantities, तो हर एक को कितना मिलेगा, 1 by n 1 by n 1 by n. So we are equally distributing. That's why we have taken delta I is equal to 1 by n. Then 1 can be written as summation, यहाँ this is 1. So just replace the delta I as 1 by n. So what you will get, ui by n is greater than equal to product from I is equal to 1 to n. Here ui raised to the power delta I means 1 by n. Open this, we will get u1 u2 un divided by n is greater than equal to u1 u2 un raised to the power 1 by n. And we know that this is nothing but the geometric mean of n non-negative numbers, and this is the arithmetic mean. So this is called arithmetic mean geometric mean inequality. ठीक. Now note in equation number 2 here, equality holds when u1 by delta 1 is equal to u2 by delta 2 is equal to un by delta n is constant. That means each this bracket quantity when they are same numbers, then equality holds. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. Let's see proof. So what is the left hand side? In that case, summation of I equal to 1 to n ui. This is equal to I to 1. What is ui from here? ui को हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? ui means ui capital Ui by delta I is equal to k. तो ui हो जाएगा k into this delta I. ठीक, यहाँ से from here ui can be written as, because ui is this sum ui divided by delta I. This is equal to k. So ui is delta into k. You can take k outside, but this summation is nothing but 1. So ultimately k. Now the right hand side here, right hand side, product I from 1 to n ui by delta I raised to the power delta I is equal to this product I from 1 to n ui by delta I is k. So k raised to the power delta I. Now open this, so we will get k raised to the power delta 1, k raised to the power delta 2, k raised to the power delta n. That means k raised to the power delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta n. But this sum is equal to 1, so ultimately k. So left hand side gives you k, right hand side gives you k, so ultimately equality. Fine. So equality holds. Now what types of geometric programming problems? कितनी तरह की geometric programming problem होती हैं? We have two types of geometric programming problem. First is unconstrained geometric programming problem, and second is constrained. Constraint basically equality constraint, geometric programming problem with equality constraints. Fine. तो दो तरह की programming है, unconstrained और constrained. Now In unconstrained programming problem, we have methods, two methods. One is based on calculus and another one is based on arithmetic mean, geometric mean inequality. पहला है कैलकुलस के बेस्ड, दूसरा है अर्थमेटिक मीन ज्योमेट्रिक मीन इनइक्वालिटी बेस्ड अनकंस्ट्रेंड के लिए. ठीक. दूसरी टाइप की प्रॉब्लम कैसी थी जो मैंने बताया, ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रामिंग विद इक्वालिटी कंस्ट्रेंट्स. ये दूसरी तरह की प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम. ठीक. अब कोई ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम के सॉल्यूशन कितने हैं, ये कैसे डिसाइड होगा? सो हाउ टू डिसाइड दैट सॉल्यूशन? नंबर ऑफ सॉल्यूशंस मे बी यूनिक, मे बी इनफाइनाइटली मैनी. सो दिस इज डिसाइडेड बाय डिग्री ऑफ डिफिकल्टी. डिग्री ऑफ डिफिकल्टी से हम डिसाइड कर सकते हैं कि उस प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम का यूनिक सॉल्यूशन होगा कि इनफाइनाइटली मैनी सॉल्यूशन. व्हाट इज डिग्री ऑफ डिफिकल्टी? डिग्री ऑफ डिफिकल्टी इज डिनोटेड बाय कैपिटल डी विच इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल एन माइनस स्मॉल एन माइनस वन. Here D represents degree of difficulty which is equal to capital N minus n minus 1. What is capital N? Capital N is basically the number of terms in polynomial. Polynomial में जितनी terms होंगी total वो उसकी degree of, वो उसके number of, वो capital N है. Number of variables जितने होंगे problem में that is small n. So n is number of variables. Fine. Now if degree of difficulty is 0, n minus 1 is 0, that means degree of difficulty is 0, then geometric programming problem has unique solution. Unique solution होगा उसका. If n minus 1 is greater than 0, that means degree of difficulty is positive value, then infinitely many solutions. तब infinitely many solutions होंगे. ठीक. So based on degree of difficulty you can decide whether the problem is having unique solution or infinitely many solutions. Fine. Now, so first we are discussing unconstrained minimization problem. So first we are discussing unconstrained minimization geometric programming problem. So we have minimum f of x is equal to summation of j from 1 to n ujx, where each uj is what? Cj. Basically this is a polynomial. So Cj x1 raised to the power a1j, x2 a2j multiply by xn nj, where cj is positive, xi is positive, aij are real numbers, may be positive, may be negative or 0. ठीक. So this is the problem. This is our problem. So first we are discussing method number 1. That means based on calculus. So solution of unconstrained geometric programming problem using differential calculus. ठीक. So we are discussing this with the example. This is our example. Let us consider the unconstrained geometric program. Minimum of f of x is equal to 7 x1 into x2 raised to the power minus 1 plus 3 x2 multiplied by x3 raised to the power minus 2 plus 5 x1 raised to the power minus 3 x2 and x3 plus x1 x2 x3. So how many terms are there? 4. That's why we have u1, u2, u3 and u4. This is a polynomial, this is another polynomial, this is another polynomial and this is the last polynomial. So total 1, 2, 3, 4 polynomials are there. Fine. So that's why capital N is 4. Capital N is 4. 4 polynomials. How many variables are involved? x1, x2 and x3. So small n is 3. Number of variables is 3. So what is the degree of difficulty? So D, this is D is equal to n minus 1. So 4 minus 3 minus 1 is 0. So that's why first case this solution has a unique solution. तो इसका एक unique solution आएगा. Fine. What is u1? Capital U1 is this first polynomial 7 x1 x2 raised to the power minus 1. u2 is second polynomial 3 x2 x3 minus 2. u3 is 5 x1 minus 3 x2 x3 and u4 is x1 into x2 into x3. Fine. That means this. So what is c1? C1 is the product of the constant used or the coefficient involved in the first polynomial, which is 7. In u2 coefficient is 3, so this is c2. In u3 coefficient is 5, so c3. And in u4 coefficient is 1, so 1. Now if you will look at this format, here 1j 2j 3j, that means इस j के लिए लास्ट का इंडेक्स फिक्स है. और A1 A2 A3 ऐसे चलेगा. सो इफ यू हियर इज 1, इसका मतलब A11 A21 एंड A31, these are the powers of x1 x2 x3 respectively. So here power of x1 is 1, so that's why A11 is 1. Here the power of x2 is minus 1, so that's why A21 is minus 1. There is no x3, power is 0. Now in second, power of x1 is 0, there is no x1, so 0. Power of x2 is 1, so 1. Power of x3 is minus 2, so minus 2. In next, power of x1 is minus 3, so A13 is minus 3. Power of x2 is 1, so 23 is 1. Power of x3 is 1, so A33 is 1. And in last, power of x2, x1, x2, x3 all are 1 1 1. So that's why A14 is 1, A24 is 1, A34 is 1. So इस 4 से लास्ट इंडेक्स डिसाइड होगा. 3 है तो 3 3 3, 2 है तो 2 2 2. फाइन. सो दिस इज, एंड जितने वेरिएबल होंगे उतने A1 A2 A3, A1 A2 A3, A1 A2 A3, A1 A2 A3. I think you understand. Fine. This is our C1 C2 C3 4, which is 7 3 5 and 1, 7 3 5 and 1. What is A? A is this A11, A12, A13. That means this is first. This is corresponding to U1. This is corresponding to U2. This row is corresponding to U3, and this is U4. So we have 1 minus 1 0. This row. Then 0 1 minus 2, 0 1 minus 2, minus 3 1 1, minus 3 1 1, and 1 1 1 1 1 1. So this is our A. This is our C. Fine. Now to solve this, we will use the concept of differential calculus. So we will partially differentiate this function with respect to x1, x2 and x3 and put it 0. So the necessary condition are del f by del x1 is 0, del f by del x2 is 0, del f by del x3 is 0. So what is del f by del x1 equal to 0? This gives you this 7x2 raised to the power minus 1 plus 0. Second polynomial is 0, plus minus 3 5 x1 raised to the power minus 4 x2 x3 plus x2 x3 is equal to 0. Now multiply this by x1. X1 is basically a positive number, and hence if you multiply this, then still you are getting 0. तो दोनों साइड में x1 से मल्टीप्लाई किया, so what you will get, x1 del f by del x1 is equal to, x1 से यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई किया तो 7 x1 x2 raised to the power minus 1, यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई किया तो 0, and this term is basically your U2 as it is. If you will see, this is your U1, this is your U2, this is your U3, and this is your U4. तो after multiplying by x1 you will see that still तो जैसे आप x1 से मल्टीप्लाई कराएंगे आप देखेंगे ये टर्म दोबारा से मिल जाएगा, ये भी मिल जाएगा, ये भी मिल जाएगा, ये भी मिल जाएगा. फाइन. सो हियर आफ्टर मल्टीप्लाइंग बाय x1 से जैसे ही आपने मल्टीप्लाई किया यहाँ, सो दिस इज योर U1 एक्चुअली, दिस इज 0 मल्टीप्लाई बाय U2 से तब भी 0 ही मिलेगा, प्लस minus 3, एंड दिस इज नाउ आफ्टर मल्टीप्लीकेशन बाय x1 तो पावर हो जाएगी -3. सो दिस, एंड दिस इज नथिंग बट U3 प्लस x1 से जैसे ही मल्टीप्लाई किया यहाँ ये मिलेगा आपको U4. दिस इज इक्वल टू 0. तो आप देखेंगे U1 भी रिपीट हो गया, U2 भी, U3 भी, U4 भी. सिमिलरली हियर del f by del x2 is equal to 0. So we get this term. Now multiply by x2 both sides. So again you will get x2 del f by del x2. Again you will see that you will get -1 into U1 plus this 3 x2 x3 minus this is nothing but U2, यानी मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1. इसको x2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो यू आर गेटिंग U3, एंड इसको मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो U4. सो हर एक टर्म में आप देखेंगे जैसे यहाँ U1 U2 U3 U4 बना था, ऐसे यहाँ भी बनेगा U1 U2 U3 U4. सिमिलरली del f by del x3 is equal to 0. दिस विल गिव यू दिस. मल्टीप्लाई बाय x3 नाउ. x3 से जैसे ही मल्टीप्लाई किया आपने x3 del f by del x3 is equal to 0. सो यू विल गेट 0 into U1 प्लस दिस -2 एंड दिस 3 को यहाँ पे रखा तो ये हो गया आपका U2 प्लस 5 into this term is basically U3 plus U4 is equal to 0. तो हर एक टर्म में आफ्टर मल्टीप्लाई आपको u1 u2 u3 u4 मिल जाएगा. सो वी हैव 3 इक्वेशंस 1 2 एंड 3. ठीक. नाउ so we are having 1 2 and 3 implies xi del f by del xi is equal to 0. This put I is equal to 1 here, so we get this. Put I is equal to 2 here, so we get this. And put I is equal to 3 here, so we get this. So this is equal to 0. Now what we have basically, suppose f ये हमारा पॉसिनोमियल था. This is our polynomial और ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन. हमने क्या किया, इसको पहले पार्शियली डिफरेंशिएट किया विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एक्स आई, जस्ट लाइक हियर और हियर. सो हमने पार्शियली डिफरेंशिएट किया तो हमें क्या मिला, समेशन j फ्रॉम 1 to n. तो जो jth वेरिएबल है एक्स आई, ith वेरिएबल इज एक्स आई रेज टू द पावर a. यही सिर्फ डिफरेंशिएट होगा, बाकी सब एज इट इज कांस्टेंट. सो वी गेट cj aij x1 रेज टू द पावर a1j x2 रेज टू द पावर a2j एंड xi रेज टू द पावर aij -1 एंड xn रेज टू द पावर anj. दोनों साइड में जब हमने मल्टीप्लाई किया लाइक x1 x2 एंड x3, तो हमें क्या हुआ, xi del f by del xi इज इक्वल टू समेशन j फ्रॉम 1 to n cj aij x1. स्टिल जो इसकी पावर है बाकी सब तो एज इट इज, xi की पावर क्या हो जाएगी, aij. तो ये आपका aij एक्चुअली रिपीट हो जाएगा यहाँ से, ये cj दिस ये हो जाएगा. तो aij को आप बाहर रखो और ये ब्रैकेट में ये दिस इज नथिंग बट योर uj. तो इसलिए ये यहाँ पे दोबारा रिपीट हो रहा है c1 u1 u2 u3. फाइन. सो दिस इज योर बेसिकली uj. सो xi del f by del xi इज इक्वल टू समेशन ऑफ j फ्रॉम 1 to n aij uj. फाइन. तो इसका मतलब हम इसको इससे रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं. सो दैट्स वाई दिस इज दिस समेशन j फ्रॉम 1 to 4 aij uj इज इक्वल टू 0. ठीक. n की वैल्यू 4 है यहाँ. सो दिस इज द लॉजिक. हियर i की वैल्यू है 1 2 3. दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 4. ठीक है. नाउ सपोज x1 स्टार x2 स्टार x3 स्टार बी द ऑप्टिमम सॉल्यूशन. ये हमारे ऑप्टिमम सॉल्यूशन है मान लिया, विच प्रोवाइड्स द ऑप्टिमम वैल्यू f स्टार ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन. देन इक्वेशन नंबर 4 को हम f स्टार से डिवाइड करा देते हैं, जो कि ऑप्टिमम वैल्यू है एट x1 स्टार x2 स्टार x3 स्टार पर. तो इसको f स्टार से हमने डिवाइड किया. सो व्हाट वी विल गेट, समेशन j फ्रॉम 1 to 4 aij uj अपॉन f स्टार इज इक्वल टू 1. Fine. And suppose we assume this uj by f star as delta j. हम इसको मान रहे हैं डेल्टा j. ठीक है. So where delta 1 is u1 by f star, delta 2 is u2 by f star, delta 3 is u3 by f star and delta 4 is u4 by f star. And this is basically known as orthogonality condition. ये हमारी कहलाती है orthogonality condition. aij delta j is equal to 0. ठीक है. नाउ एट x1 स्टार x2 स्टार x3 स्टार पर जब हम इन सब का सम करते हैं तो क्या बनता है, डेल्टा 1 प्लस डेल्टा 2 प्लस डेल्टा 3 प्लस डेल्टा 4 इज इक्वल टू u1 प्लस u2 प्लस u3 प्लस u4 डिवाइड बाय f स्टार f स्टार f स्टार f स्टार, दैट मीन्स f स्टार. फाइन. बट वी नो दैट व्हाट इज u1 u2 u3 u4. दिस इज u4. दिस इज नथिंग बट द सम ऑफ, दिस इज नथिंग बट योर ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन f स्टार. एफ स्टार ही तो होगा ये ऑब्जेक्ट, क्योंकि हम इस पे निकाल रहे हैं वैल्यू. सो इसका जो सम होगा ये क्या होगा, एफ स्टार. आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन ऐसा ही है ना. योर ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन इज दिस u1 प्लस u2 प्लस u3 प्लस u4. दिस इज f. सो एट x1 स्टार x2 स्टार इसकी जो वैल्यू हो जाएगी वो f स्टार हो जाएगी. फाइन. सो दिस दैट्स वाई दिस इज f स्टार. f स्टार, f star divided by f star is 1, and this is called as normality condition. This is orthogonality condition, this is normality condition. Fine. So now 5 and 6, how many equations are there? From 5th, put I is equal to 1, we get one equation. Put I is equal to 2, second equation. Put I is equal to 3, third equation. So 3 equation आपको यहाँ से मिलेंगी, एक equation आपको यहाँ से मिलेंगी. So ultimately 3 plus 1 4 equations हो गई. So 3 orthogonality condition and 1 normality conditions. So we have 4 equations. So 5 and 6 give 4 equations with 4 unknowns. 4 unknowns कौन से हैं? डेल्टा 1, डेल्टा 2, डेल्टा 3 and डेल्टा 4. Fine. So we are getting this equation. These are 3 orthogonality conditions and this is our normality condition. फिर a11, a12, a13, a4 इनकी वैल्यू पुट करेंगे. What are the values? If you will see, these are the values. These are the values. a11, a12, a13, a14. So these are the values. So ये वैल्यू यहाँ से हम we will substitute these values here in. यहाँ पुट करेंगे. So we get this. Fine. For example, a11 is 1, a12 is 0, a13 is -3 and a14 is 1. So we get first equation. Similarly, second equation gives you this, third equation gives you this, and fourth condition is this. So these are three orthogonality condition and last is normality condition. Now solve this system of equation. So in matrix form, this is the system of equations. Apply Gauss elimination method. So after solving this Gauss elimination method, so after solving this Gauss with the help of Gauss elimination, we get last matrix this. Elementary operation लगाए, हमने upper triangular matrix में convert कर लिया. After this and then apply the back substitution. So 8 delta 4 is 1. So from here delta 4 is 1 by 8. Similarly delta 3 star is 5 by 24. Delta 2 is 1 by 6 and delta 1 is 1 by 2. So Gauss elimination method हमने लगाया यहाँ. We get this. अब हमारे डेल्टा 1 स्टार, डेल्टा 2 स्टार, डेल्टा 3 स्टार, डेल्टा 4 स्टार आ गए हैं. अब इनकी हेल्प से हम अपने वेरिएबल्स की वैल्यू निकालेंगे. उसके लिए पहले ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन की वैल्यू निकालनी पड़ेगी. सो नाउ एम इज टू फाइंड एफ स्टार, x1 स्टार, x2 स्टार एंड x3 स्टार. ये हमें वैल्यू निकालनी है. सो फर्स्ट फाइंड आउट एफ स्टार. ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन की वैल्यू हम पहले निकालेंगे. सो एफ स्टार इज नथिंग बट, इसको हम लिख सकते हैं एफ स्टार रेज टू द पावर 1. And this 1 is nothing but can be written as delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta 3 plus delta 4 with the help of orthogonality, normality condition. फिर इनको सेपरेट किया जा सकता है. f1 is f star raised to the power delta 1, f star raised to the power delta 2, f star raised to the power delta 3, f star raised to the power delta 4. Fine. But we know that हमने क्या assume किया था? If you remember here, we have assumed delta 1 is u1 by f star, delta 2 is this. That means u1 by delta 1 is f star, u2 by delta 2 is also f star, u3 by delta 3 is f star and u4 by delta 4 is f star. Fine. So basically we have this u1 by delta 1, u2 by delta 2, u3 by delta 4, u4 by delta 4 is f star. So, and this is nothing but from this condition, this choice. ये यहाँ से आया. Fine. So this is here. Now we will replace f star by u1 by delta 1 here. This f star is replaced by this u2 by delta 2 here. This f star is replaced by this and this f star is replaced by this. Fine. So now what is u1? u1 is this 7x1 x2 raised to the power -1 divided by delta 1 raised to the power delta 1. This u2 is nothing but 3x2 x3 minus 2 divided by delta 2 raised to the power delta 2. This u3 is this divided by delta 3 raised to the power delta 3 and this u4 is this divided by delta 4 raised to the power delta 4. ठीक. फिर हमने क्या किया? जो कॉन्स्टेंट्स हैं 7 by delta 1 raised to the power delta 1 ये यहाँ लिखा, 3 by delta 2 raised to the power delta 2 ये यहाँ रखा, 5 by delta 3 raised to the power delta 3 is this and 1 by delta 4 raised to the power delta 4 is this. यानी जितने कांस्टेंट हैं वो यहाँ रखे. नाउ वेरिएबल x1 raised to the power delta 1, यहाँ कोई नहीं है x1 की पावर तो 0 हो जाएगा. यहाँ से x1 raised to the power -3 delta 3 वो ये आ गया, x1 raised to the power delta 4 ये आ गया. यानी x1 की जितनी पावर्स हैं उन सबको ऐड किया, ये आ गई. सिमिलरली x2 की जितनी पावर्स हैं -1 delta 1, -1 delta 1, x2 raised to the power delta 2, x2 raised to the power delta 3 and x2 raised to the power delta 4 ये यहाँ गई. x3 की पावर माइनस यहाँ से 0, यहाँ से -2 delta 2, -2 delta 2, यहाँ से delta 3 and यहाँ से delta 4 this. But this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. 0 due to orthogonality conditions. From here if you will see, these are the x1 raised to the power, ये है वो x1 की पावर, x2 की पावर, x3 की पावर, orthogonality conditions. So that's why ये हमेशा ही 0 0 0 रहने वाली है, हमेशा हर प्रॉब्लम में। सो इन ईच प्रॉब्लम जो भी आप सॉल्व करेंगे अनकंस्ट्रेंट में, ये हमेशा 0 0 0। सो इनका रोल खत्म। सो वी गेट ओनली दिस पार्ट। फाइन। नाउ 7 बाय डेल्टा 1 वी हैव इवेल्युएटेड हाफ, जो हमने अभी निकाली वैल्यू वो यहाँ पुट करेंगे हाफ। 3 बाय डेल्टा 2 दैट मीन्स 1/6 रेज़ टू द पावर 1/6। 5 बाय 5 डेल्टा 3 is 5/24 raised to the power 5/24, and 1/8 is raised to the power 1/8. After simplification we get 15.2302. This is suppose a, ये नंबर आया, यानी ये आपके ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन की वैल्यू आ गई। अब हमें तो वेरिएबल चाहिए x1 स्टार x2 स्टार x3 स्टार, ये कहाँ से आएंगे? इसके लिए हम इसका इस्तेमाल करेंगे u1 बाय डेल्टा 1 इज f स्टार। सो u1 बाय डेल्टा 1 इज f स्टार, बट व्हाट इज u1? 7 x1 स्टार x2 स्टार माइनस 1। u1 जो कि x1 x2 स्टार पे जो वैल्यू होगी u1 की वो होगी ये 7 x1 स्टार x2 स्टार माइनस 1 डिवाइडेड बाय डेल्टा 1, इसको इधर मल्टीप्लाई कराया तो वी गेट दिस इज योर f स्टार विच इज दिस मल्टीप्लाई बाय डेल्टा 1, डेल्टा 1 is half. Similarly u2 by delta 2 is f star, this is your u2 is equal to this is your f star multiply by delta 2, इसको यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई किया। Similarly this u3 by delta 3 is f star, so this is your u3 is equal to f star multiply by delta 3 which is 5/24, and similarly the last u4 by delta 4 is f star, so this is your u4 is equal to f star multiply by delta 4 which is 1/8। अब ये चार इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करो। सो हाउ टू सॉल्व दिस? सपोज वी आर डिवाइडिंग थर्ड इक्वेशन बाय फोर्थ इक्वेशन, सो वी गेट दिस, इससे इसको डिवाइड किया, सो दिस इज डिवाइडेड बाय दिस, सो वी गेट डेल्टा 3 डिवाइडेड बाय डेल्टा 4 विच इज 5/3। आफ्टर डिवीजन वी गेट 5/3। सो ये x2 x3 is cancel out, this 5 is cancelled out with this 5, so we get x1 raised to the power minus 3 divided by x1, that means x1 raised to the power minus 4 is equal to, यहाँ से आएगा 1/3। solve this, we get x1 star is equal to 3 raised to the power 1/4, that means 1.316। तो x1 star की वैल्यू ये आ गई। now put this value in equation number 1 and find x2 star, so this is 7x1 x2 minus 1 this is equals to a is this 15 this multiply by delta 1 is half, a जो है वो ये है, इसको हमने a माना हुआ है, ठीक। इसमें वैल्यू रखेंगे x1 की 1.314 हियर, सो फाइनली x2 स्टार इज दिस 1.2194। देन पुट दिस x2 की वैल्यू सेकेंड इक्वेशन में रखेंगे यहाँ, एंड देन फाइंड आउट x3, सो वी गेट दिस इज थर्ड सेकेंड इक्वेशन। पुट x2 की वैल्यू पुट की, फाइनली x3 की वैल्यू आएगी 1.196। सो नाउ वी आर हैविंग x1 स्टार x2 स्टार एंड x3 स्टार, एंड दिस इज योर f स्टार। सो दिस इज द सॉल्यूशन of geometric programming problem with unconstrained optimization problem. Fine. So this is the method based on calculus. Fine. Now we have primal dual relationship. So ये हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया अर्थमेटिक मीन ज्योमेट्रिक मीन से। लेट्स सी, और इसी का हम इस्तेमाल करेंगे सेकंड मेथड में, ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉब्लम, solution of geometric programming problem with unconstrained optimization with the help of arithmetic mean geometric mean inequality, ठीक। so what is this primal dual relationship? तो ऐसा करते हैं कि इसको हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है। ओके, थैंक यू।